Just keep him high up the pitch and just play on the shoulder because he wants to get in behind people. He wants to get in the opponent's penalty area and score goals.
You want to play in the big games, you want to be the hero, you want to score the winning goal, and to get the winning goal and to get promoted is just unbelievable feeling.
Simeon Jackson is the 2009 CSA Player of the Year and one of the best young prospects on the national team. With blistering pace and the ability to turn defenders, Jackson is the type of incisive striker that Canada has been missing in recent years. But we wanted to meet the man behind the hype, so we came to Gillingham to speak one-on-one with Jackson himself. But before we sat down with Simeon, we asked his manager Mark Stimpson about Jackson's developing game.
I always knew about him because obviously I had non-league days when I played against him, but the more he plays with better players, the better he'll get, and I think that's the advantage he's got. He's someone, I think, with better players around him, you'll get the better out of him because they will see his movement. He's got fantastic movement off the last defender.
Jackson's been scoring consistently in Leagues 1 and 2, but we asked Stimpson if his leading goal scorer has what it takes to make it to the next level.
A good question, because he's got potential. We just don't know how far that potential is going to take him. I'm sure he could play in England, the next level, Championship. I'm not totally sure about Premiership, because at that level you have to be special. But he's young, and like I said, there's potential there, and there's certain parts of his game that he can still work on. He works on day in, day out to improve. But international football, I think he could be a hit, and I think he's done quite well so far when he's played, and I'm sure he'll maintain that.
But we came to Gillingham to speak to Jackson himself, and first, we wanted to know exactly how he got his first break in England.
I was with they had camps at Sunoco, Team Sunoco, and the people who were running at the time, they were agents as well, so I kind of signed up with them, and that's how I came over and had a few trials, and yeah, they kind of helped me out a lot in terms of, getting linked with different clubs, and that helped me out a lot really, because they had the link with Gillingham, and I ended up coming here and didn't get offered anything to start off with, but it was a good start, to kind of get a feel for the environment and what it was about.
Jackson was initially rejected by Gillingham, and it took a drop to the 7th tier of English football for Simeon to find his place.
It was hard, man, playing non-league and traveling, training for different clubs, playing for different clubs at the time. And then I got to Dulwich Hamlet, and that was a bit more steady, training a lot more times a week, and they played against, academy teams as well, so that helped. And just to get back on my feet and play games, because that's what it's about really, And after that, through my agent at the time as well, they got me a trial at Rushden, and I guess, as I say, the rest is history really.
Jackson eventually made his way back to the Football League at former League 2 club Rushden and Diamonds.
When I went to Rushden, they were in Division 1 at the time. So the games are a lot more physical, and you have to kind of man up, And I was 18, 19, and that's the age where you really get your groundwork. So it was looking at it now, it all fell into place at the right time, really.
Ironically, Gillingham paid £150,000 to re-sign the player they let go only a few years earlier. Jackson returned to the Gills in 2008.
When I was looking back at it, it was kind of the right thing. At the time I wasn't really ready, and getting released kind of helped me kind of get more serious about it and realize where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do really. So coming back was more of a, yeah, okay, I'm back at the start kind of thing, and they're in League 1, and just to kind of get in the team, start playing league games and getting league goals. So it was a fresh start really, fresh start.
He marked his return to Gillingham by leading the club to promotion with crucial goals at crucial times. His 90th minute winner at Wembley sent the Gills back up to League 1.
You want to play in the big games, you want to be the hero, you want to score the winning goal, and I think for me it's more of a, because I wanted that badge, when you get there it's like, right, let's do this now, so there's some pressure involved, but to get that far and who knows, we might have went on to penalties and maybe a won or lost, but to put the work in for the whole season and to get in the playoffs after, you we could have got promoted automatically, you know, so it's kind of a letdown that we didn't. So to get the winning goal and to get promoted was just an unbelievable feeling, man.
Only weeks later, Jackson made his senior debut for Canada.
Oh, it's a step up, you know. You're playing with quality players that are at the peak of their game and playing for big clubs, and you know, you kind of have to get in there and work hard and show that you can mix it, you know. So yeah, it was a bit of a step up, and you know, one of the step ups that I've been dreaming about and really wanted. So when it came, it was kind of a, yeah, you know, we're here now. Let's kind of do what we have to do. So.
After scoring the winner in Canada's 1-0 win over Cyprus, Jackson cemented his place in the team with a call-up to last summer's Gold Cup.
We started off quite well, you know. Started off well, you know. We had a good couple camps going into it, and you know, after the first game, you know, getting the win and you know, progressing through, you know, we backed ourselves. You know, we thought we could have went on and done really well, but sometimes, you know, decisions do cost you, and unfortunately for us, it's one of those things that kind of affected us. So, I mean, but playing-wise, you know, I thought we played well throughout the tournament, and we should have went on to do a lot better than we did.
Jackson came back from the Gold Cup and stepped up to League One in style, and had some of the country's biggest clubs take notice. With names like Spurs, Wolves, and Everton being linked to Jackson, we asked him what he made of the speculation.
It's a good feeling, you know. It's nice to be linked with those kind of big clubs, and but you know, as you know over here, you know, sometimes it's just speculation, you know. So some stuff gets printed in the papers that's not really true, and sometimes it is true, but you'll never know, you know, until you get the actual call and you're going up there. So for me, I just wanted to get my head down and keep playing, and especially around those times when the attention does come up, you have to stay focused really. And I have a great support system, you know, my family and stuff, and my agents, you know, just to keep me level-headed and keep me going.
Level-headed or not, Jackson was faced with a tough decision in terms of deciding his international future. Eligible to play for England, Jamaica, and Canada, it was eventually his involvement with the Canadian program that sealed his fate. Being
in the setup and actually, you know, playing my first game for Canada, you know, kind of made my mind up really. It's like, you know, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to play for, and just kind of take it from there really, and you don't really question it after that, you know. And for a lot of players it might be different, but for me, you know, playing the first game just kind of made my decision really.
In part 2, we speak to Jackson specifically about his time with the Canadian program. Simeon shares his disappointment about Canada's poor performance at the Under-20 World Cup. And he helps us understand what Canada needs to do to take a serious run at World Cup qualifying.